I feel them, obviously.
How often did you get in a fight in high school?
I got in a fight for 1 year straight because a guy was constantly attacking me, and he didn't like the idea how I look like and stuff like that. So that's the only reason. But let me try to give you guys some idea, some view into ENFJs through their FI. FI is something that is kind of weird to use, but I'll try. So just so you guys see the ENFJ importance in its
I'm not
whole.
discounting the ENFJ or those functions, but as a decision making factor, if me and Nick both, if
Yeah.
let's say I had this argument during Sandy Hook or after Sandy Hook,
Mm-hmm.
Nick, if Nick is saying, I want gun control, and I'm saying
Yes.
it wouldn't have solved it,
Yes.
then if he feels more passionately about it, but he's wrong,
Uh-huh.
should he win?
You could find intermediate approaches to wait, hold on. I can't think like a typical ENFJ. Hold on. You could find intermediate approaches to the problem. But
So,
typical ENFJs are so sensitive. So I'm trying to
Michael,
understand
Mike,
how.
Michael, here's what you're good at. You're good at getting away with a lot of stuff I would have
Yeah.
kind of dug into a little bit. You're all over the place.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And I also I want to help people on a
Like,
human nature.
you're totally you maneuver exactly according to the response you get, like a
Right.
magnet or something.
Nick,
It's amazing.
I
Kind of.
guess so. I
It isn't-
guess so. Prota. Yeah, Prota guy.
not as much, but you do that way more than I do for sure.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm that guy, you know.
I was
feel
talking to
that.
Nick.
Oh, yeah, he also does it. Yeah. I could tell. Yeah, I could. I see Nick really relevant to my mind, like to my form of thinking, which was kind of impressive, to be honest.
I don't know if he's always had that maneuverability or if it's an adaptation. But I think it's an adaptation because you don't storm off out of the room in a flash of rage nearly as much as you used to.
Yeah, that's right. I guess. Yeah, because I think
Still not talking about you.
when I see an ENTP, no, I was going to talk about him in general. When I see a typical ENTP, the analysis that goes through my mind is somebody who, this is the way we see it. That's the first perception. I'm taking out my TI for this, so I might be very biased and wrong. I'm just telling you what the typical mind would.
Do
Go for it.
with your TI.
How can you
No, I mean,
biased
just
and
say what you're going to say. Say what you're going to say.
Okay. So as a typical ENFJ, I realized ENFJs have a typical outlook, biased outlook on people. So I want to share it with you guys so you guys could meet their expectations and so you could improve the system. But a typical reaction, impulsive feeling of an ENFJ to think of an ENTP as a person who is not accepted in school because he was a class clown, and an individual who tries to find his place in society because he couldn't do it at first. Okay, fuck, can't go low on TI. It just doesn't work for me.
That was actually dead on for me.
That was dead on.
I just want to hear your assessment.
So it is ENTP is somebody who is stranded by ENFJ, meaning somebody who is stranded emotionally, for some reason emotionally, that's how we pick it up, in society and isn't accepted by other people because he fools around with the social group and he tries to kind of get his way sort of, but at the same time he's sort of like a rebel and he doesn't want to accept the norms as they are, so he prefers to be lonely than to be, cultivated within the general group of people in society. And that moment that he is not accepted for some reason and his sadness is something that I guess I would register very much on an individualistic, personal level.
what about the INTP then?
Well,
INTP.
bad, we don't know it.
INTP, okay, well, if I go with the dickish perspective of an ENFJ, that means like the beginner ENFJ, the guy who just simply is like first time seeing an ENTP.
You can just go into it. We've got thick skin.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's fine. No, but I don't want to associate to these thoughts because they're stereotypical and I know that they're bad. Like they came across my mind at first and then I simply thought about it and thought, no, these are bad thoughts. So, okay, but the typical ENFJ thought of an INTP would be somebody who is like, well, obviously it's based on stereotypes, right? So anything that goes around socially in society, but it would be somebody who is more smart, actually caring. I would see you more of an emotional person, even though you're not, just based on the way you think. On the way you think, you bring out emotional feelings and meanings in individuals of the ENFJ nature. I would say that sometimes you would be some in an ENFJ eyes in a very undeveloped ENFJ. You'd be someone that he could like kind of take advantage of and sort of like cuddle their feelings onto. That would be a ENFJ undeveloped mindset.
Theory.
I think that those are accurate stereotypes, actually.
Yeah, they're ENFJ stereotypes, like the really, really bottom ones. It comes through the mind as your nature, but it's not always something that you want to accept. Like I'm pretty sure you ENTPs know that it's not good to always troll people. But I wanted to actually understand the idea between ENTPs wanting to troll people all the time. That's kind of interesting.
ENTPs want to figure things out. We're curious. And nothing is more interesting to figure out than people. Because people can be a system.
Yeah.
People can operate according to a system, but they're irrational.
That's right.
The best way to see the pieces of the whole is to break the whole into pieces.
The pieces.
Chaos is helpful.
That's right. So you have synthesis thinking. Okay, so that means that we all have the same form of thinking.
Do you like that, Taylor?
I did.
Yeah. Break the pieces into a whole. Okay, so you guys are improv masters. So you could probably go into singing.
You need to be engaged.
Yeah.
We have to false starts. We get going in on something that we're not really even nearly committed towards, and we figured out 5 different reasons why we're wrong or what we're about to say. It doesn't matter as we're starting to say it. So when you get more data points, when you got more to go off of, trolling can necessitate that. In fact.
Yeah. I see.
Trolling. There's
because you bring out the emotions in people who are vulnerable.
Right. There's learning trolling where we poke people with sticks to see how they respond. And then there's the boredom trolling, which is nothing more than just malicious entertainment.
Well,
I see.
We want to see what's going on with people because we're bored.
Right. Yeah.
But this whole idea about like hacking individuals, like you guys are computer-oriented people, I assume. So I have an ENTP friend, and he hacked me for fun. And after he gave me my accounts back, and basically, I had to go through extensive things because I never met an ENTP that is so vulgar. Like there's very vulgar ones. Actually, I could show you his songs. He got signed by some record company lately.
I want to hear those.
You know what you do that's interesting, Michael?
What is interesting? Yeah,
I found that every ENFJ I've talked to creates some type of story that they can tell over and over again.
Yeah.
But you have pretty good variations in yours.
Oh, okay.
You definitely do have a repeat, don't you?
Me? No. Not really. Not too much.
But you might be doing improv on here though, so I don't know. I mean, you aren't. I've literally heard an ENFJ the same narrative 3 times. That was over 2 hours worth of talking.
That is because FI gets to them because their FI isn't developed. Their FI reflects on their FI, and the FI tells the FI.
You know what I'm saying though?
Yeah. I do know what
go
you're
to a
saying.
good, you know what's a good story and what people are going to enjoy, and you've kind of honed it. It's a play.
Right. No, but this is improv. So what do you like? Wait,
But
I don't understand what you mean by improv. This is real life experience.
no,
Like,
no, no.
I'm just calculating the facts as I go.
I'm not saying you're making it up.
Yeah. No, I get what you mean. What about ENTP when they are upset? Like, do you ever? Do they obviously feel sadness, right?
You're fucking funny, man.
Human sadness. Okay, hold on. Let me show you the guy. By the way, I
said
love his
about
raps.
because I've heard everything you said already tonight, 2.5 times from you, but you've done good spins.
Yes. Oh, okay. I see.
You variate, but not entirely. It's almost sequenced the same.
True. I get what you mean by that. But see, even ENFJs are sort of aware of it, but it is something that we have as a weakness. We accept that there is emotional downfalls. Like the way a person would assume this or see this is that there is a bunch of individuals. I don't know about the places you study, but I meet individuals who stutter nonstop, and they get my emotions in a knot, because I understand what they're thinking. I'm feeling them out. It's not personally about who I am, but it's also about the individuals that I talk to. If I accept their values, if I accept the way of their lifestyle, then I end up being aggravated and anxious. And because of that, I end up looping. I end up finding the fault in the human nature. It's not that I need to find it, it's that my emotions find it, and if I have enough thinking, I could break through that loop. But if I don't...
You are so fucking creative, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, what you just said, it made nearly no sense.
Nearly no sense.
But it also made perfect sense. I got it. I followed it. It made sense, but in a way that I never would have thought of.
Yeah. No, but I'm teaching you. Thank you. I don't have that. I don't have as much of that, but I have a bit of it, and I get it. But as an intellectual, I know that I don't reside with all that acceptance on a crazy level. I don't even want to go so far as to being all that emotional, because I don't know. That's generally what I want to do.
Have you gotten your narcissism squared away?
I believe I don't think I just don't want to associate to it, because I think I lived two lives, one that was pretty egotistical and one that's not. I don't think, maybe I don't have it, or maybe I do have it. I don't care. It's kind of hard to tell. But listen to the story. So this is the guy that we're best friends. He hacks Harvard University. He hacked me. He has a hacking channel. And basically this ENTP guy, he truly reflects the type of love that sometimes ENFJs cannot accept, which fascinates me in an ENTP personality, that they actually see and understand. That is the love that you understand that humanity in general needs love and help. But at ENFJ, we kind of work on if we're empathetic, we work on a person one-to-one. We don't work in a general sense. So generally, if somebody says, well, generally, I want to be like this, ENFJ is going to go cold on them, generally, unless they're think it through. Like, for example, if I see a homeless person needing to find a home, I will just resonate with him, but I won't actually help him. But that's because he is being general. And when a person's being general, it's really hard to feel empathy for ENFJ. But if a person's being specific about like, his true nature and stuff, then an ENFJ will be more lenient as to being empathetic with that individual. So we're really, really complicated people. Isn't it for most people the same? No. Yeah. I don't think so, because, like, for example, in a general sense, if I think generally, then I won't accept anyone. That's the idea of the narcissism. I'll just go cold if it's in a general setting. So what I mean by that
opposite for ENTPs.
Same thing?
No, opposite.
Opposite of the ENTPs, yeah. So if somebody actually, like, feels down and needs my help sometimes because of that. If they go general, I feel like, it's really hard. I know I could overcome it, but other ENFJs can't, and this is the